be here for the Chad's benefits. I was thinking that's a bit rough, you know, does Dave just miss out? You may have noticed from my accent that I am Australian. That means a lot of these jokes will be around about 11 hours ahead of you. Good, you're catching up. I've been doing a lot of travelling recently. Went to a place called Holland. Anybody been to Holland in this room? Yeah! Yes, we go there for the windmills. No, so actually, when I was travelling there, I came in on the train from Germany, right? And I was like coming in, and I was in Germany. It's like lots of mountains, cross the border into Holland. How fucking flat is that country? Fucking, you know, like I know that they smoke a lot of pot over there now, right? But I reckon their explorers must have been a bit stoned. You know, just getting up for work all those hundreds of years ago. Oh yeah, gotta go to work today. Oh yeah, not particularly up for it anyway. Here we go, exploring over here, exploring over here, exploring over... Oh, fucking mountain. Oh, not today, border. Exploring over here, exploring over here. Oh, another fucking mountain. Nah, fuck that shit, border. Wicked, man. Nice country. Nice and flat. I could ride my bike around here. Yeah. Better get a flag though. Yeah, the French flag looks good. Excellent. Hey, cheers, thank you very much. No, but it's good to be back in Scotland though, the land of deep fried everything. Got into the Edinburgh airport and they were just like, deep fry your luggage for you. Oh, bring it on. Because the first time I went into to get some chips from the chip shop when I first got here, I looked up on the board and it said deep fried pizza. I thought, fucking Scottish people, what are you like? You're just looking at the pizza going, hey, that piece of pizza's not got enough fat on it. I think I better stick that in the deep fryer. And I'm reliably told that Scottish businessmen will actually go up to their wives in the morning and say, have you ironed my shirt for me? She'll say, no bother, I've deep fried it for you. That way you can sit on the train and pick batter off it and eat on the way to work. Ah, delicious. And it wasn't long before somebody let me into the secret society of the Scottish baptism that apparently happens when the grandfather comes in the maternity ward and goes, aye, that's a lovely wee bairn, but she'll come up so much better after she's been deep fried. It's all true. As I mentioned, I'm from Australia, okay? Now, when I first got here, just recently, I experienced my first Guy Fawkes Day. Okay, now why that's freaky for Australians, you may not know this, but we're not allowed to set up our own fireworks in Australia. Apparently, you know, we're too stupid, we'll probably blow our own hands off. And so when I got here and it was Guy Fawkes Day, it freaked me out that you're allowed to set off your own fireworks. I was actually living in Glasgow at the time, working in a place called Royston. Does anybody know it? Right? Now Royston, if you don't know, is full of Neds, okay? And schemies over here, right? Okay, they're all on the unemployment, but come Guy Fawkes Day, they spend all of their fucking money on truckloads of crappy fireworks that they set off for 7 days straight, right? And I'm trying to work at this place, I live in a fucking war zone. So I turned to someone and what is Guy Fawkes Day all about, you know? And they said to me, well, we're celebrating the fact that there was this bloke called Guy Fawkes and we caught him 400 years ago, right, just before he was about to blow up the Houses of Parliament. And I said, you've been celebrating that for the last 400 years by blowing stuff up and setting fire to things. Don't you think that's a bit weird? I mean, do you think Americans, if they caught Osama Bin Laden just before he brought down the Twin Towers, do you think they'd be celebrating that for the next 200 years by flying planes into each other's houses? Just going, yeah, Osama Bin Laden Day! Woo-hoo! I don't think so. I think Americans would be more like, no way, man! I'm not wrecking my plane flying it into Jim's house. That's an expensive plane and an expensive house. I'm not doing that. But I'll still get in the spirit of the day, get a little balsa wood plane, on the remote control, fly it into his window, bring him up on the cell and go, Osama Bin Laden Day, Jim! Got that towel head good. Woo-hoo! I thought it was pretty strange recently, like after the tsunami, everyone was going, took George Bush 3 whole days to respond to the tsunami. That's very strange. It's not strange at all. I imagine he was just locked in a room with his advisors for 3 days, just going, explain this to me again. There's thousands of people that have died. And this is not the work of the Al-Qaeda. This is not the terrorist network or Osama Bin Laden or some shit. You sure about that? You sure he wasn't down on the seabed floor in some scuba gear or some shit banging away with a chisel? No? What's that? Nature? Fuck it! Let's have a war on nature! Whoa! And I said I was in Germany recently and I went to the Dachau concentration camp, which was a little bit depressing, I guess. But I thought to myself, hey, look, on the bright side, you're in Germany, you know, they've got a public transport system, it's efficient, it's modern, and of course it's very punctual. And so I enjoyed that for sort of 2 whole weeks. And then I got back to the UK, and the first train station I visited was Manchester Piccadilly. Went to buy a ticket from the ticket machine. That didn't fucking work, right? Stood on the platform waiting for the train. The first train that's coming is 10 minutes late. The train after that will be 10 minutes late. The train after that will be 10 minutes late. The first train I mentioned is now 20 minutes late, not possibly coming. And I thought to myself, I reckon a lot of the homosexuals and the Polish and the Jews would have preferred that the British actually ran the Holocaust. You know, like 8:15 to Auschwitz, 10 minutes late. 8:15 to Auschwitz, cancelled. We apologise for the inconvenience. I'll share something with you, sort of personal, just, you know, so we get to know each other. My girlfriend did dump me just earlier this week. I don't know, save your pity, I used to hit her all the time. Seriously, it's amazing how long they'll hang around. Crazy stuff. Because now Michael Jackson's been in the news recently and will maintain his position in the news for some time, I think. And I found out just the other day, just from talking to people, that apparently Halloween is his favourite time of year. That's when the kids come to him. They're like, trick or treat, and he goes, can't I have both? Stay with me on that. So I wrote a bit of a tune for Michael. Is anybody up for some music? So I'll just I editorialise here a little bit. I personally reckon Michael Jackson, he's a musical genius, you know, like, I reckon he should be allowed to fuck kids. We've been letting the priesthood get away with that shit for centuries, and they can't, like, sing a tune like Michael, you know? I've never heard the Archbishop of Canterbury, like writing a fat bass line and singing Billie Jean, but anyway, that's beside the point. Got some problems, it's plain to see when you look at me. My daddy beat me when I was 3 and danced out of step. I want to look like Johnny Depp. My best friend was a chimpanzee and he looked like me. After I had all the surgery, and I am the one with my kid 30 feet from the ground. Janet always told me to get a better nose. Now I think she looks more like me. Yeah, she's singing songs with Justin. I guess the world is free, but it really freaks me out when she gets out her tits on TV. Michael Jackson is a bit of a worry. He hangs with kids and they're clever and they understand. They'll get some cash if they tell on his hands. Built a world where I could be me, a fucked up freak. I write my hits sitting in a tree, and I am the one on the net in a sweat looking round. Take my strong advice. It's worse when you get caught out twice. People always told me, be careful who you touch. You might want to ask for a form of ID. Yeah. Once I wrote a love song about a rat called Ben. When he came into the room, I thought he wanted cheese, yeah. Michael Jackson is a bit of a worry. He sings like a girl and he acts like a bit of a wuss. But he's sane when compared with George Bush. Here ever drank a lot of Buckfast and kicked the shit out of anybody? Wrote a tune about Buckfast, here it goes. Who fuck are you looking at? Who the fuck are you looking at? I've been drinking bub since I was 13. Who the fuck are you looking at? A pure white man, if you know what I mean. Who the fuck are you looking at? Been touched by God, this tonic wine. Who the fuck are you looking at? It'll turn you into Satan if you drink it all the time. Who the fuck are you looking at? Pure dead champagne going to my brain. We live in cold bridge, there's nothing in the fridge. Track pants are white, looking for a fight. You're like that, I'm like that. Who the fuck are you looking at? Fuck that.
I spent a bit of time in Ireland recently, and I discovered while I was there something a lot of people don't know. It's not necessarily recorded in history books, but the Irish were actually the first pirates. I didn't discover this by reading stuff. I just listened to their traditional music, and you tell me if I'm not right about this. Listen to this very well-known Irish traditional song. I'll tell you more when I get home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. Pull my hair, stole my comb, that's alright when I get home. Arr! That's pirate music, isn't it? The thing is, they weren't very good at being pirates, mainly because sort of Patrick would ring up Seamus and go, "Arr, why don't we go out this afternoon and do a wee bit of pirating?" Seamus would say, "That'd be grand. You know, before we go, we should have a couple of wee whiskies." Then 2 or 3 hours later, they'd be sitting around and Patrick would be like, "I tell you, Seamus, I think we should go pirating tomorrow. We're in no fucking condition to be driving a boat." That's the way it went. As I said to you before, recently became single, and I went in, just right up top of my head, I went into B106 today and laid down this track with the less swear words in it while Natalie Imbruglia sang over the top, because a friend of mine played the song to her during an interview recently. So yeah, please enjoy this last tune before I leave the stage. It's for all the single blokes out there. I'm having no luck with the chicks. I buy 'em drinks, I chat 'em up, they all give me the flick. When I wanna touch their tits, so I guess I'll have to find a whore who I can pay to get me laid, for I may never score. But I'm just too fucking poor, it's no use, I have no luck. Why can't I get just one fuck? What's going on? I think I watched some porn. I brought out the tape, callous as I feel. I'm cold and I'm ashamed, lying naked on the floor. Alright, love me mates, I love that European. It's not from the States, I can't understand the Danish porn. It is 8:30 and I am watching porn. But now I live with my own wife. She yells at me and always screams, "You've got no fucking life." She caught me on the net last night. We're breaking up, there's no more sex. David Beckham's been sending her texts. What's going on? I think I watched some porn. Collected lots of tapes since I was 13. But they're old and out of date, they're VHS, not DVD. Stolen from me mates, still love that European. It's not from the States, I can't understand the German porn. Divorce is on the way, but I am watching porn. Scotland for Australia 1 and the Glasgow International Comedy Festival. Thank you once again. Kieran Butler. Cheers. Thank you.